the fuck was I gonna say?
Oh Lord, let's get into this relationship advice.
Oh yeah. This one's special to us, man.
Yes, this one is very, very special, very poignant.
Do you want to read the title?
Sure. How do I, 22F, make my boyfriend, 23M, understand that he can't drop out of law school to be a full-time podcaster? You can read it. Get into it.
Here's the thing. We don't have to. Because you can.
You can.
You can. You
Take
can.
it from us, man. You can.
You can.
You can do it. I would even go as far as saying, do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're fucking idiots and we did it. You can do it, man. You can definitely do it.
It's got to be the worst advice ever.
What? Yeah, do it.
For us just to be like, do it.
Do
it.
Bro. Yeah,
no, you won't. You won't do it. Actually, I don't think you'll do it, pussy.
Oh, you want to go to law school? You want to go the safe route? Risk it all, man. Throw it all away. Throw away all that hard work.
Have some cojones. Leave the. What are you gonna work for? Some suits in a lot? Writing contracts.
What are you gonna do? Participate in society? Fucking loser.
Loser. You need some milk.
Yeah.
You need to be 30 years old, joking about old Vine memes digitally.
Yeah.
That's what you got to be doing.
Yeah, bro. So they've been. This is in her voice, the F's voice. Mm-hmm. Whenever I see like a single F, I just can't not think of Twitch. So when it's like 22F, I just think of like a 22-year-old who like needs respect. It's like 22F. 22F. Or like giving multiple respects. Here are 22 Fs. Which is so dumb.
That's really funny, actually.
22F.
Yeah.
Oh, my man. 22F for you.
22. Right. I really support you. 22F. I'm not going to sub, but I'll give you 22 Fs.
22 Fs, man.
Yeah.
That's from me to you.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, wait, a fucking dad streaming and everyone in the chat is just typing poggers and F and he gets all offended. Why do you guys keep typing F? Why are you effing me? What did I do?
Yeah, F you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. It's more Fs.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Now to what? 22 Fs. Cool.
Wow. F you guys back.
Yeah. Deplorable. This fucking website, you kids. They're like, dude, we're just trying to show you respect. That's respect to you guys?
Let me teach you something about respect.
Let me tell you about respect.
No, Dad, it's like a reference to a game. Yeah, never mind. All right, so 22F says they've been together for 2 years. I moved 1,200 kilometers. What is that, like 10 feet?
Yeah.
10 feet. To be with him.
How many liters is that?
I don't know. Like two. I moved 22 kilometers to be with him in February.
That's really... Wait. 1,200, dude. You said 22.
Oh, no, it's 12. Yeah, 1,200. Yeah, sorry.
22 kilometers.
I moved 27
Literally
kilometers.
5 blocks.
I moved like 3 blocks. I moved 1,200 kilometers to be with him in February, and things were great until May when my boyfriend and his friends started a sports podcast. All right. At first, it was just a hobby. My boyfriend is a big podcast nerd, so it was really nice to see him do something he likes so much. But then he started getting more and more invested and stopped watching his remote classes, studying to dedicate his full time to his podcast. He's seriously considering dropping out of law school because he can't concentrate on both studying and running a podcast, and he would rather do what he loves. Man, come on. Whoever wrote this, I can't wait for your book to come out. Which would be fine if what he loved wasn't a 2-month-old podcast with barely 30 listeners. Damn. Give him a chance.
Wow.
And the same content of at least 100 other podcasts. Well, you know.
That's just mean. You gotta try and understand what he's going for.
Yeah, give him a chance. On top of that, his parents, who pay our rent, are threatening to cut us off if he goes through with this.
Ugh,
He just says his parents
that's
are going to...
rough.
You said what?
That's rough for her.
Yeah. He just says his parents are going to take us in, but I don't really want to live with my parent-in-laws, and I'm an intern in a big expensive city. I can't pay rent with my wages. Can't fuck off back to my town due to COVID restrictions, and even if I could, I don't have the money. So really, how do I convince him this is the worst idea ever? I tried reasoning and explaining, but he really believes they're going to break through. They're good, but it's just not easy to make a living out of these things.
Man, that's actually, this is tough.
Yeah, it's actually pretty brutal. You know, the fact that, like, she just can't get on board.
Yeah, exactly. She's
like...
Let's talk about who's in the wrong here.
Yeah, you want to talk about wrong.
Yeah. Her.
Yeah.
I stand with my podcast bros.
Yeah, in solidarity, we got to root for our boy. And just by default, just be, you're wrong. You're just toxic.
Just straight up wrong. He will break through. And they are good, okay?
Okay, look. All right, look.
So what? There's a couple other sports podcasts out there. A couple of them.
It's like two. It's like ESPN and UFC. Oh, maybe the NBA.
Yeah.
What else? It's like 3 or 4. There's room for another one.
Here's the thing is that he's got more. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, how do you actually convince this dude? Do you think? Like, what do you actually convince this dude with?
I don't know.
If this is your boy, and you're like, oh man, you're trying to prevent him from making a really potentially bad decision.
What do you mean? If this is your friend?
Yeah, if this is your boy, if this is your podcast bro, from one podcast bro to another, how do you convince him? Hey man, this might be a bad idea.
I don't know. Like she said, she tried reasoning with him. That's the only thing I would say is sit him down and be like, dude, you're going to go live with your parents again so you can podcast? You realize how absurd that fucking sounds? This is a hobby. And make it a hobby. It's a great fucking hobby, but you can do both two things at once. If you really want to do this and it really is a passion of yours, don't make it your full-time thing until you actually have evidence that this will take off. Because right now there's no evidence. 30 listeners is nothing,
Maybe when she says reasoning with him, maybe she might be focusing too much on the reality in that she might be focusing too much on there are other podcasts and you're just another one in the mix. And that just invalidates, he might be getting defensive. Like, well, you don't believe in me, versus what you're saying, which I think is the way to go, where you go, hey man, how much money do you make from this? If you stick with law school, how much are you going to make from that? All right, which one is going to provide? Guaranteed.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but when you're 23, like you don't really give a fuck about providing for anyone. You're just like
that's true. Yeah,
he's gonna do whatever it takes to make this dream happen, which people tell you to do. That's another thing. Is that's a widely accepted idea. Is do whatever it takes to make what your passion is come to life. But I just feel like when it's at the expense of like other people, like there's a way you can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, if you really want to make it work, do 2 jobs,
bro. I'll never forget this fucking brutal clip from the Kill Tony show when they would upload part of the podcast is someone doing like 1 minute on stage, like kind of open. It's like an open mic. They like do a raffle and they let some comics come up and do a minute of material. And
hold on, is it a live show?
Kill Tony, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Hold on. Roast Battle Comedy Store. Dude, I feel so bad that I'm forgetting this dude's name. He's the host of the Roast Battle.
Jeff Ross?
No, not Jeff Ross. Is it here we go. Is it Brian? Nope. Nope. Yeah, Brian Moses. He's a comedian, forever host of the Roast Battle. I believe it was him. So this dude gets up there and he does a minute, and it's not a super sharp minute.
Okay.
And then they're like, "Where are you from, dude?" He's like, "I moved here from such and such." And he either moved to LA or he had with like a bunch of money, or he had been living in LA and he just quit his job to pursue comedy. And right away, Brian Moses, I want to say it was him. He was like, "Yeah, just word of advice, guys. Don't quit your jobs." He's like, he's like, comedy takes time. In fact, a job is a good thing because you could take that money and you could put you in a writing class. You can spend that money on things to get you better with your creativity.
Yeah.
He's like, because at least if you have a job and you're bombing open mics, then you still have a job. But when you don't have a job, then you're just unemployed bombing open mics.
Yeah.
It was like some brutal comparison like that. And I just like,
they were listening? The guys that just done that?
The guy's just sitting there on stage like, "Oh, okay." And the whole room is just like, "What?" Ow. Ow.
Wake up call. Jeez.
Ow. Yeah, so, no, but I bring that up because what you're saying is so true. I feel like that blanket, like, "Oh, pursue your dreams." You know, it's like there's a time to give up everything. But I feel like right away, no. Like you have to. To that same end, I think it was on Twitch or like I was reading something about like some fucking Twitter thread. It's basically about like blowing up and like, you know, I think the sentiment was like, "Oh, I want to like pop off." Yeah. And we've talked about this before, but I saw that and it's like, no, like you don't want that. You don't want like the instant fucking, like I feel like everything is always presented in extremes. You don't want to fucking explode and you don't want to just give up everything. Like gradual is good.
Yep. The only case that I think that I can think of where that actually worked is Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
They blew the fuck up. And then normally when you blow up that fast, the taper off is just as steep.
Yeah.
Whereas if you grow slowly, it's you know, it generally sticks around a little bit. But here's the thing with podcasts, how do you even blow up with a podcast starting from scratch? You can't.
No.
Like even with us when we were very like starting right at the beginning, and even with me with Insanely Chill, it's like I already had a pretty sizable YouTube audience that, you know, drove traffic to the podcast. I have no idea how the fuck you would blow up when starting from scratch, just audio podcasts.
Yeah.
And B, why you would think that you would.
Yeah. I mean, like
there's no like viral sharing mechanics like built into podcasts. It's just literally word of mouth. That's got to be the slowest way to grow. I mean, people have done it for sure, but you can't put all your eggs in that basket.
With like a viral clip, even if you have like a clip go crazy on your pod, dude, take the fucking Breakfast Club when like Birdman walked out. That was like a crazy viral thing. How many people saw that and were like, "Man, I'm gonna tune in at whatever time to listen to this hour-long show for the potential of a 60-second." No one does that. Mm-hmm. You know, they might go watch because they could very easily go, like, "Oh man, it looks hilarious," and they go watch the full clip and they can go, "Oh, this is boring." Yeah, like I don't care about this. Yeah. But yeah, I, even to this day, when people like ask, like, "Oh, how did you get the podcast to where it was?" Like, we don't really have like a definitive answer.
Yeah, it's literally just I don't know. You just keep doing it, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's also like we had a head start.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, we had people that were watching because we had worked on growing an audience. But, you know, on YouTube, that's an easy thing to do. Easier than podcasts because YouTube has all the, you know, they'll push your video if people are watching it. Yeah. You have like an engine behind you that's helping you.
And I feel like this is a good thing to discuss because I feel that there are a lot of people that hit us up and say like, "Oh, I want to start a podcast, but I don't know where to begin." And I think if the only thing I feel that we can nail down for sure about when we started ours is I think by doing it like at your place and my fucking apartment and like just doing it in a natural setting, I feel like that above anything. Fuck all the equipment and all that. That shit does not matter. I mean, it does, but just make it listenable. But like, just keep it true to you. I feel like people sniff that out before anything, before the quality. If the shit feels just super like fake and forced, people tune out from that shit. They don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I have to shout out my sister's podcast now.
yeah, go for it.
The Dietitian Project
Ooh,
on Apple Podcasts or wherever you consume your podcasts. She's been doing this now she's got 16 episodes.
okay.
And she does this like outside of her job. She'll write these like they're really good. Like really good.
Sick. What is
And
it
this
about?
For people that want to be nutritionists or dietitians, or it's a podcast where she has real, gritty, and honest conversations about the role of a dietitian and provide practical, empowering advice for finding your passion within the field.
Interesting.
So if that interests you, go check it out.
Smash it. I think that's the cool thing about podcasts. There's definitely one for like everything.